Hey, how are you everyone? Kevin here with BuyFoxBodyParts.com, coming at you from our garage. Probably because you might be like, garage? Well, remember, we are doing the BuyFoxBodyParts.com garage build on our Project 92 Vert, the one we also like to call the Weekend Cruiser. We've been doing a lot of stuff with it here the past few weeks. We've been kind of going up and down with a few different suspension ideas and some breaking different components there. But we are hard at work. Getting ready to kind of finish up a couple things on the underside. We found on the underside, after we got a lot of the suspension and brake lines off and the fuel tank out, there was some rust, some surface rust just on the underside there by the fuel tank. So not anything bad, not anything eaten through, but again, just some surface rust we want to get taken care of. With one of our plans on the car, we have been talking about doing either a Line-X or a undercoating or something like that. But after kind of some back and forth, I really decided to go with painting the underside the original color. If I'm not mistaken, I think this car is originally Cloud 9 white, has the blue stripe, has the crystal blue interior. Now originally, as you can see, I've got the dash out here because we were taking apart some different stuff and getting the dash ready and everything for the Coyote swap. You normally don't have to remove the dash. Some folks like to, some folks don't. They just kind of tuck wires underneath. Really kind of all depends on your preference. But I wanted to take that out because I've got some other plans and I'm really kind of meticulous. I like everything to be tight, tucked up neat. I'm going to end up respraying the structure behind the dash. One of the common things, I'll get you in here. You can see here, this is the support that holds the steering column up to the firewall. That typically gets that surface rust. They put some type of coating at the factory on it that never seemed to work really well. There's some other cross supports on the underside there, and I'm going to get all that cleaned up, painted, and then run all the wiring. I do plan on running a Ford Racing control pack in this car. Among some other things, going to be doing an in-gauge tuner, stuff like that. Interior, you can see, is the crystal blue vinyl, a little dusty, had the windows down for a little bit. This was originally a cloth interior car. I went ahead about 2 years ago, which you'll probably see on the blog if you've been on there following the build of the car. I converted this from cloth to the correct period vinyl, thanks to the folks over at TMI. They make some great interior products, and I plan on using some of their products on this car here in the very near future. I'm going to be working out some things with them. They've got a couple new things coming out that they're going to debut at SEMA, which we'll be going to in a couple of weeks, so pretty excited about that. So I plan on talking to them and seeing some of their new style seats they've got, and we're going to be running that in this car. In case you're wondering, original plan, yes, was to get this car finished for SEMA this year. We ran into a couple snags with some of the painting and, again, the rust repair, and, of course, life in general getting away from kind of the project a little bit. But that's kind of one of the things that we've been doing, you know. There's a lot of great folks out there that are doing car builds and doing swaps and getting them done in a few months, 6 months, year, but some of us can't. You know, there are some folks out there that have got the family needs and stuff like that. Those of you that know me know I've got a son that's got a little bit of a medical type thing going on, so not a big deal. He's all good though. But we're getting along really well with this project. Again, if for those of you that are just joining or watching this video, we went ahead and used, thanks to the folks at Scott Rod Fab, we have got their smooth inner fender liners in place on both driver and passenger side. We thought about doing the strut towers and of course the rear behind the strut towers, but decided to go ahead and hold off on that. We kind of like the open hold look that's on the strut towers. Also kind of thinking for a little bit of heat dissipation, stuff like that too. Once it's all painted though, it'll have a really good, clean, crisp look. Of course, again, we've got our Coyote that's going to be going in the project here. It's all kind of sitting and ready. Have the QA1K member underneath it there. We kind of test fit that, make sure that all works out good. It is the older QA1 tubular K member. Can't remember the part number, sorry. There's so many part numbers I know, I can't remember them all. But we're going to be using a lot of the QA1 products on the car. Their new tubular control arms that they've got out now, their Mustang race arms, probably going to go with those, and also their coilover kit. Of course, the top that we redid when we were in Ohio, the matching crystal blue top that we got from convertibletops.com, worked out really well for us there. It is a vinyl back rear window. Maybe later down the road we might decide changing that out. Suspension. A lot of good stuff in store for the suspension. I think you're going to like it. The rear suspension, that is. So, going to be doing kind of a common swap in the rear. We've mentioned it in some past posts and texts, but going to put a little bit of a spin on it. Going to try to get a little bit more room in these very tiny little wheel wells to where we can actually put up a little bit bigger tire underneath there. So should be pretty cool. Going to try 20s, 22s, don't know. But a lot going on. Just wanted to touch base. We're out here working on the car for a little bit today. Again, thanks to sponsors that are on board right now, like Mishimoto, Performance Distributors, QA1, a lot of good stuff coming there. A lot of really cool Mishimoto stuff that we're going to be using. Their radiator, their cooling fan kit, all their cooling products for the Coyote, for their silicone hoses, thermostat, stuff like that. So it should be really cool. So again, thank you so much for everyone following us. Appreciate all the likes, all the support. Keep watching. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming in the next few weeks. Not sure how soon I'll post back on this car again. But again, I think the 28th, 29th is when I'm heading down to Vegas. We're going to be meeting up with a good friend of ours, Rod, from Rod's Restoration Wizards out of Fairfield, Cincinnati, Ohio area. Great dude, does some really awesome work. If you're not familiar with him, go to his Facebook page, check him out. He's got a really cool Oldsmobile he's working on right now, doing a Mini Cooper headlight swap, stuff like that. Wish we were a little closer to him because we'd be getting his help on doing the painting on this car, but Utah's about 2,500 miles away from Cincinnati, so we're going to have to go with someone local for now, but hopefully near future things will work out a little different, and we'll be able to start using our good friend Rod. So again, check him out. Again, thanks to all the sponsors, Mishimoto, Performance Distributors, QA1, and we're going to be doing bringing a few other folks on board as well. So thanks again for watching, and we hope to see you here again soon. Thanks.